Hey guys, OTT back here from the video, guys. Did not see my video yesterday. I actually went ahead and picked up a 5950X. I have not gotten in the mail yet. Of course, I just ordered it at like 2 a.m. I was up very, very early trying to get one of these cards or these CPUs, and I was able to snag one of them. So I will be getting in the future. We will be doing an all AMD build and going ahead and talking about how good this card or the chip actually is. But nonetheless, though, guys, today we actually have a lot of benchmarks and a lot of people who actually got the chip early from, either review units or whatever may be the case. They went ahead and released a lot of benchmarks so we can see how does this chip compare to the 10900K, the 9900K, and so on and so on. So starting off right away, you can see we do have what we have from CPUuserbenchmark.com, and it does show the 5950X and comparing it to the 10900K. And you can see for gaming, it does show that 102%, desktop 102%, and workstation 126%. So pretty similar in gaming and desktop to the what's called 10900K, but for workstation is 15% better, which I'm not surprised. Like I've always said, and my last video, I want to go ahead and preface this. AMD is not bad for gaming in any stretch of imagination. The 3900X is an amazing gaming CPU. But what I was trying to say was that when you think of AMD, you always think of more of a workstation type rather than gaming. And this is something that the new 5000 series is really changing up in every single sort of circumstance. That now the 5000 series, these are an amazing gaming CPUs. These are amazing workstation CPUs. And this actually, I want to go and show you guys a picture here. It comes from Linus Tech Tips. I'll leave a video link in the description to his benchmarks because he did go ahead and post this on his video. And you can see just comparing, this in just gaming. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider. I cannot speak. Now this is 1080p, so let's not go crazy. Obviously, 4K is a little bit different, and 1440p is also different. But just looking at this 1080p, you can see the difference that even the Ryzen 5 5600X, which is a $300 CPU, is clocking in better than an i9 10900K. Now, I know, I get it. Do that at 4K and see what happens. But it doesn't matter. I mean, we're talking about a i9 10900K that's going to be about $500-600 versus a $300 5600X. And then comparing it to the Ryzen 9 5950X, you can see 189 versus 166. So again, guys, like I said before, I've said this in I think like about almost a month ago now, time flies, is that I said Intel is done. AMD has truly came out of nowhere and taken over this race. The big Navi, the 6900 XT, that's better than the 3080. That's better than the 3070. The other big Navi cards are better than those generations. Better than those cards. 3090 is the only one I have left to even say is better than the big Navi. But in all reality, for the price tag, no. Big Navi 6900 XT is better than 3090 for the price. For the price ratio, you're going to get better performance and better money, better for your money by going with Big Navi. So, it's kind of getting embarrassing now for Intel. Now, Intel will be coming out with brand new chips, the 11th generation Intel chips. I believe it's March 31st of 2021. They will come out with their brand new chips. Those chips will go ahead now and support PCI 4.0. So something that we have seen on AMD for a very long time. Intel now will finally support PCI 4.0. So that's something good. Will it compare really to the Ryzen 9 5950X or whatever AMD does release by that time? Probably not. And this is something that, like I said, AMD has been for so long, they have been oh, yeah, you got AMD. Cool, bro. I have Intel. Now, it really, really, really has become clear that AMD is the big dog now. and it's honestly insanely crazy. But anyway, though, and I still rock with Intel. If you guys not know, I do love Intel. I have all my both my computers right now are Intels. I'm building an AMD, but I have both Intels. And I mean, honestly, I grew up with Intel, so it's not like in any way I'm hating on them. They're amazing overall company. All the CPUs I love, but AMD really shot this out of nowhere, man. Anyway, the memory, memory is 92.6 points versus 88.6. One core, you can see one core is better for AMD. It's better for 2-core, 4-core, and 8-core, which of course we already knew multi-core processor is better on this AMD card. And just going down, I mean, obviously the price tag alone will kind of, I think in a way, definitely will change some people's opinions, because being $800 versus, again, like I said, it's not cheap over here, but this is around $560, $600 depending on where you buy it. It is a little bit less money to go with Intel than AMD. And is it worth it? Honestly, speaking wise, if you are going to build a PC and you want to go with these new Ryzen 5000 chips, I recommend probably not going for the 5950X. I'd probably go with one of the cheaper options, either the $300 one, or I think it was $549, I believe, for the second one. Not of course. Let me go ahead and pull up the picture real fast so I get the names correctly. A Ryzen 5 5600X. And all honesty, for $300, not a bad CPU, and you're getting better performance than an i9 10900K. Now, again, if you are going with that option, most likely you're going for more of a budget build and you don't have the money to spend the $800. I normally get the comment, well, what are you talking about? That's so stupid. Why wouldn't you go? This is 1080p content. Why don't you look at 1440p and then tell me? Well, because if you have to spend, when you spend $300 on CPU, most likely you are playing on 1080p or maybe 1440p, maybe. But if you are going more budgety and you are building, let's say, your first PC, you might want to go a little bit more budgety with the $300 chip. You can always go with the more expensive chips, like, again, the 5800X, which comes in at a price tag of $449. And then finally, we do have the 5900X that comes in at $549. So you could go with the more expensive chip. You could go with the 5800X to come in at $449. And again, looking at 1080p content, just 1080p right now, it's not bad for what you're spending the money for to the ratio you're getting. Because again, even if you want to go ahead and then compare the 5800X versus a 10900K, it's $100 less and you're getting better performance out of the 5800X. So overall, guys, that's my opinion. I definitely recommend, if you are building a new PC, definitely look toward AMD. That's something we haven't seen much in the past. Not a lot of people say that in the past, and it's definitely has always been, I don't want to say always been, because AMD 3900X has been an amazing CPU for gaming for a very long time. So I don't want to say 100%. It's not like, oh, people like, oh, don't ever go AMD, because there are a lot of people who love AMD, and AMD is really, really good. But I think it has never been to the point of what it is right now, and this is very, very awesome. I mean, this, what makes amazing technology? When there's competition and companies have to fight one another to get to the top and stay at the top. And this right here, this is creating competition. This is creating the fight. This is making it more fun for everybody, rather than, one top dog who doesn't care about anybody else and says, okay, whatever. We're not gonna fix what we have here because nobody can compete with us. With that in mind, guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like and subscribe down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.